everybody. So I know I did a quick teaser yesterday asking you guys to see if you wanted to guess who our keynote speaker was going to be for Preparing to Respond 2019. So I know a few of you had guesses. Clark Brown, you knew who it was right away. So, you know, I guess it's not that surprising. So my clues, in case you want to try to guess right now before I reveal who it is. Our keynote speaker is from the West Coast. He is an industry advocate. Don't cross the line and ask for his autograph. Actually, you can cross the line if you want to, but anyway, and he is always a rock star no matter what he's doing. So our keynote is the one and only restoration lawyer, Ed Cross. We are super excited to be bringing him in for Preparing to Respond 2019. Again, the event is going to be in San Antonio, in July. Right ahead of catastrophe season, but again, we're driving home the point that catastrophes happen anytime. We just unfortunately had those deadly tornadoes in Alabama, and it looks like there's going to be more severe weather this weekend. So disasters can happen in local communities. It doesn't always require travel. So this event really is about preparing restoration contractors to scale up for any sort of disaster, whether you're traveling to it or it happens to you at home. So Ed is bringing an amazing keynote address to Preparing to Respond. It's a brand new topic. He just got it approved. It actually has to do with a bold new initiative that's happening through the Restoration Industry Association. So he is going to be talking about the importance of our industry coming together to try to get more pull when it comes to the challenges that property restoration contractors face. We face lowball pricing, we face unfair consumer protection laws. There can be challenges with TPAs, and all of this is compounded when you're in a catastrophe loss situation. So Ed is part of a bold new initiative by the RIA in the formation of the Advocacy and Government Affairs Committee. So the mission of that committee is to advocate for a balanced playing field in the restoration industry, to engage lobbyists to advocate for our industry and for restorers on multiple topics. And so he's hoping to call the industry together so that we can work on this together and really get our voices heard and have more advocacy on our end, especially when it comes to catastrophes. So responding to them and the legalities and risks and stuff like that maybe aren't as dire. So that is who our keynote is. We are super excited about that. And actually, the agenda is almost completely set, so we should be sharing the entire agenda probably within the next week or two. I can tell you it's going to cover a lot. We're not just covering cat loss when it comes to hurricane or flood. We're going to be covering wildfires, tornadoes, things like that. So any type of disaster that can happen, it's all going to be covered on the agenda. We're covering everything from culture in the field, like how your company's culture is reflected when maybe you, the owner or the manager, isn't there. Is your team carrying your culture into the field? How do you get more clients when you're out in the field, especially during a catastrophe? What are some things that you need to do ahead of the catastrophe to make sure that you're ready to respond, again, whether it's in your local community or you're traveling to respond? We have a contractor who's going to be there who's going to be talking about all the latest innovations in technology when it comes to maybe scoping these losses, making sure you're getting paid, things like that. We have somebody on the agenda from FEMA who's also been an adjuster and understands how to get FEMA claims, national and flood insurance claims, and all of that covered. We have somebody who's a master fire restorer. He understands the difference between doing wildfire damage restoration or a structure fire restoration job, and he'll walk through the differences between the two and how to effectively remediate those. We're covering contents. Okay, we're covering everything. You got that. So I also want to make sure to remind you about Anissa's pre-conference workshop. It was so popular last year that we're doing it again this year, and we're extending it. It's going to be actually a whole day, including lunch. It starts at 10 a.m., goes all day. She is going to be talking about the calm before the storm. So again, what you need to do to make sure that you are prepared before a disaster hits. So be sure to jump on our website and check out registration options. Early bird is available for a while still. As of right now, it's only $535 for one person to register one person, and then for a team, if you're going to register more than one person, it drops down to $485 a person right now. And then registering for a NISA's class, as of right now, including lunch, is $249. So that's a pretty good deal when it comes to industry conferences. You're going to get a lot out of this. We are working, of course, on making sure that you guys get your IICRC credits, your RIA credits, all of that as well by attending. So you can find out all of this information and more on preparingtorespond.com, and hopefully I will be back live with you guys maybe next week to reveal the full agenda and all of the speakers. But first and foremost today, I want to thank Ed Cross for agreeing to be our keynote. We are super excited to have him as part of our event, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. Cheers!